everyone, how are you doing on this fine Monday morning? Today we're going to review your open source projects. You have submitted loads. We've got quite a few pages to go through. We're not going to get through it all today, but we're going to get through some. And I'm really excited to hear your opinions on these awesome projects and see what you think, and I'll share my thoughts as well. But I hope you all had a great weekend, and it's great to see Mercy's here, Rossano. Awesome to have you all here. It's great to see the familiar names, and also I'm sure there's a lot of new people we're going to meet today as well. Don't forget everyone, you can join our Discord, and it's a really inclusive community where you can learn from each other and where we believe open source is everybody, and also where everyone is not only learning and a mentee, but also everyone is a mentor. So awesome. Let's just jump straight to GitHub, right? Let me share my screen. Recognize my GitHub profile. Drop me a follow if you want to see what projects I'm contributing to. We do have a busted GitHub action. So if anyone wants to get a free green square for today, then highly recommend. I think an issue got raised for this just a few minutes ago. We were chatting about it in Discord. Yep, I can see that. viviv, broken workflow due to org name, and it's busted. Got the error there. Also, I don't know if anyone's claimed it. Oh, Alex has already submitted a pull request. Oh, that was to the name. My bad. Pull request has already been created. Awesome. Well, let's just get that merged in right now. So not only can everyone get their green squares, but we can have people being added to the organization. So what I mean by that is, if you have a look, you can join our GitHub organization. We've currently got 409. I think we've got a couple of people pending, waiting to join. So let me just check this. This was my mistake. I renamed the organization and I forgot to fix it in here. So thank you very much, viviv, for noticing that, and for Alex for fixing it. So let's review that. It looks good. Approved. Thank you. Right. Off to a great start. Now we're going to look at your projects next, I promise. So let's just merge this in. Here we go. Perfect. So hopefully those should work now. Who else have we got in the chat? Awesome, viviv's here, been giving lots of shout outs. Nitesh, Ankush, Ashutosh, hopefully I pronounced that right. I'm so bad. I apologize if it's bad. Eddie, it's fixed. Brilliant. Yep, we've merged it, so that's good. Thanks for the fix, everyone. So now there are a couple of people who wanted to invite me to the organization, and I think it failed. So either we can do it manually, or they can probably, I wonder if I can remove the label and re-add it. Probably not, so we might have to do that manually, but I can do that later on. That's fine. Ayush, you're a big inspiration. Thank you very much. You're all a big inspiration to me, and it's just amazing to collaborate with you all the time, like on a daily basis. I wake up and I get so excited to collaborate with you all. Akshu, awesome to have you here. I thought, Akshu, are you at the Flutter event tonight, I think? Niha, awesome to have you here. Great to see lots of people from our community call yesterday. That was just excellent. It was a really great community call. We were all just so impressed how everyone was so patient and wanting to hear from each other. I know not everyone got to speak, so apologies for that. We are going to make some suggestions and improvements on that. Okay, so we will sort this out later. We can do that as a manual one. But this, if I refresh this, has now changed to Eddie Hub. So it's perfect. We are working and cooking on gas. If anyone wants to join our GitHub organization, you just need to raise an issue. We're on our support repo. I can put a link in the chat. And you just need to put invite me to the organization. You can see the label here as an example. Let me drop that in the chat, and then you should automatically get an invite, and we can test that out. We've updated the GitHub action. It should all be working now. So these are the projects that people have submitted for review. So what I've done is I've gone to the oldest one first, back to November, and we're going to catch up into December. So hopefully soon we'll be catching up into 2021, and then we're going to review these projects. I really want to get your feedback and everyone from it. Ayush, how to be part of the community, please tell us. Yes, you can, the links in the description below to join the Discord community, or I think I can type Discord in the chat, and maybe Nightbot will wake up and share a link. Join our Discord, it's awesome. Everyone there is amazing. I'll watch the recording later. Awesome, thank you very much. Let me bring that up on the screen. That was that's so nice to hear that I'm competing with Flutter and you've decided to come here. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So awesome. Let's geek out. Well, let's pick the first one. If you do have any questions, drop a Q before your message in the chat. So hopefully I don't miss it. If I miss it, I'm really sorry. Just copy and paste it and put it again. And let's review some of these projects. Who have we got first? Aha. We have one of our community moderators and actual sponsors, Stephen. I don't think this is Stephen's project though. Oh yeah, it says not my project. Eddie, learn to read the issue. Stephen's issues are written always so well. Really, really good. So let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look. So let's open it. And what project have we got? Okay, so what are your first impressions when you're looking at this? And this is really useful because when you create your projects, even if it's just customizing your GitHub repo, then for example, if we just do this, by customizing your GitHub repo, you are effectively a project maintainer and you'll learn different skills and then you'll have more projects and you'll want people to contribute. So what do you see here? And then you can take that to your own projects, which I think is really, really important. So everyone, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. It really helps support the channel. So what I see here is I see 21 issues, so I'm like, okay, there's some activity going on. The next thing I look at is 4 branches. That's good. It's not, it's a low number, which is a good thing. Lots of tags, which again I think is good. It shows it's automated probably and that the project's quite active. Last commit 13 hours ago. Again, first impressions are really good, and these aren't like a must, but these are first impressions. It's like when people say, oh, green square is important on my GitHub account. Well, no, they're not, but they are the first impression that people get when they go to your profile. So it's good to have those green squares, and then when people dig deeper into your profile, if they're looking for people to hire, then you need to back that up with actual adding value to projects to the community. So it's good for like the kind of the first impression. But what do you all notice? Let me know what you think about this repo. It should be behind me on the screen. So I see, okay, the description. The next thing I see is the description is ship confidently. Does that mean it's a CI? What does that mean? I would like to see a bit more on the description, just like one sentence. It's got a URL to the website. Great. Probably too many topics. I think they call topics rather than tags. I would say a little bit too much. I probably won't read all of them. It's got a license, it's got a README, and as you saw, releases and tags at the top, looking good, used by lots of people, and it's got quite a few contributors. And the next thing I see, and you probably all see when you visit other projects, is the first page of the README. It's so important. Let's have a look what we've got in the chat. The repo name and the org name looks kind of clean. That is true. Being the same, I find that a little bit confusing. If it's QA Wolf and then QA Wolf, so if that's the organization name, then I don't know, the repo name I feel should be something different. I don't know. It might be similar, like for example, I don't know how to explain it. Like you wouldn't have an organization, I'll come up with a really bad example, but hopefully it's all kind of, maybe you can come up with a better example in the chat. But what I would think, if someone said, I've got an organization called API, then you wouldn't call the repo API, because API, wouldn't you call the organization like the community name or the company name, and then in there you might have front end API, and it will kind of like make sense. So to have QA Wolf, this might be their website actually, rather than their actual product. I should probably open that, have a quick look. If I just go to their organization, that might be their website, which is why they've used that name. So that actually might make more sense. Again, I'd have to dig deeper, but then I would want it to say website or something like that to just make it really crystal clear. It's just my opinion, your opinions might be different. The commit messages look slightly different. They do have different styles. I'm not too keen on this style. I'm not too keen on images in the commits. Let's see the commits. Let's click on it and see what we can find. New line, I don't think that's a really good, like it's not very descriptive. Well, it is, because a new line was probably added, but was it a chore, a feature? But I really like conventional, changelog style. And they are different styles, you're right. But it's not the end of the world. The rest of the project looks quite good. And by the way, if you want your project reviewed, don't forget to submit it to our support repo and put the label review my open source project or portfolio. We'll take a look. And we're actually going to start doing CVs soon. So we do have a label for that. But if you do that, make sure you remove all your personal information. I don't want you to dox yourself. It's like having a book and an author with the same name, right? Oh, actually, I like that. Let's bring that up on the screen as well. Yeah, that's a really good example. Like I couldn't think of an example, but I think that one is really good. Okay, I need to bring that up. That is really, really good. I'm looking at my screen up there because that's where it appears. I can see what's happening. It's true. It wouldn't make sense to have the author and the book the same name. I like that. Let's leave that up for a minute because I really do like that. I think that's great. That's a really good example. I'm going to use that from now on, so thank you so much. So this is why I love collaborating with all of you in the community, because we all learn from each other. Okay, so next impression. I really like the animated GIF. Like, this is just awesome. I wish, I should learn to speak English. I wish more projects did this. One thing that I've started doing on my animated GIFs, which I think takes it to the next level, is a progress bar on the bottom. So therefore, you know when the animated GIF is going to finish and repeat, because it's like, oh, is it in the middle? Should I carry on watching? Is it going to repeat soon? Like, is it coming to an end? That sort of thing. So that's what I think is quite useful. But this definitely, stands out. It looks really good. Really impressive. But then, what is QA Wolf? I think that's quite a bit down, but you kind of caught them with the animated GIF. They're quite excited. Hopefully a concise version could be put in the description. Let's have a look. Right, let me remove this now. I think everyone is going to remember that. And I think that's such a great example. Don't forget to give credit. I did already admit I was going to steal it, but I'll try and give credit when I can. Cool. Ayush joined the community. It's such a good example. Kartiki? I hope I pronounced it right. And so I hear some people say Kartik. I don't know if that's like an abbreviation version. Awesome to have you here. So let's find out what it is. So QA Wolf helps you create, run, debug, end-to-end tests directly from the browser. We aspire to be the easiest way for developers to set up browser tests. So I guess it's a bit like Cypress. Okay, they probably should mention that, because as soon as you say Cypress, I think a lot of people will get that. It will make sense. We found browser testing too difficult and often gave up on it entirely in previous jobs. We built QA Wolf for people like us who want to ship confidently. Okay, so that's quite good. So is it a good fit for you? This is really nice. I like this table. I mean, I like that idea. Yes and no. Straight away, you can see if it's going to be something that's useful to you. You're a developer, or at least comfortable with code. Yes. No, you're not comfortable with code. I wonder if this can be integrated with Cucumber, where you can write your tests in English. You want to get going quickly with an out-of-the-box solution. Okay, you need a lot of configuration options. Okay, I do like that. That's quite good. You want to create tests without installing, learning a test framework. Sounds positive. You don't want your browser test written in JavaScript with Playwright. Okay, Playwright is something new to me. Has anyone used or heard of that before? You want to run tests against a public URL on deployment or on a schedule. You want to run your tests in your own CI. Interesting. So you can't run this on CI. Okay, so that's kind of like a downer for me. I would want to run my automate tests against the CI. I also might run it against a deployed version. Maybe not all the tests, because some of them might make changes to data, but I would want it to run at least a happy path and not the aggressive path. Wow, I'm doing terrible today. What's going on, Eddie? Maybe have columns of equal widths. I don't think you can specify the widths on Markdown. It does it by what it thinks is best. If you did it in HTML and then you put widths on the column, yes, you could force that. A lot of the time I just do it in Markdown and I let it figure it out, unless it's gone horrendously bad. You could also, I guess, put breakpoints in the text, and therefore if you kind of made it the same length on each side, then it should be divided evenly. That'd be a nice aesthetic, but personally I don't worry about those sorts of things. I personally don't worry about those sorts of things too much, unless one column's like major squished. Jennifer's here. Awesome, Jennifer. Awesome to have you here. I shared this on socials and made a coffee and then forgot about it. Now I'm late. You're not late. We just got started like 15 minutes ago. It's awesome to have you here. Saket is also here. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. One thing that Jennifer did miss. So who wants to remind Jennifer one really key thing that I think has just made my day, which is QA Wolf. If someone in the chat can explain why I'm mentioning that and why I don't like it and an example of what that kind of could also mean, I thought that was well, that was great. Hey Nick, how you doing? Awesome to have you here. Nick's made some awesome changes to our Discord, so if you want to join our community calls, we're going to have them on the last Saturday of every month. We did have our first one yesterday. Actually, it's like cross community collaboration, but Nick's had this great idea about creating a role called community chat in our Discord, and if you want to assign yourself that role, then if we get an hour at any time during the month, any of the mods get an hour, we'll open up the audio channel and people can just jump in and just say hey, give themselves a shout out, practice public speaking, ask a question about open source or tech or career and so forth. So Nick, thank you for doing that and doing so many other things as well. Okay, what else? So that's a really good impression. I've got a good impression for this repo. It's not something I might not use because you can't run it on CI. I'm glad they've made that clear then rather than me running it locally trying to figure out why it's not working. So it's good that's made that clear, and it does seem like quite a good project. I like that they've got the Slack community, contributors guide and acknowledgement. And that looks pretty good. So next thing I would probably do if I was to use this or contribute to it, I would look at issues and see how their issues are written. So they've got one pinned, like that, need help, visit our chat. Oh, that's quite a good idea to do something like that and pin it with some information. Again, you just make it easier for other people. Oh, what about Discord? I love that, having that conversation. That's a pretty good idea. What do you think about doing something like that? I don't know if we pin pin issues. We do pin discussion chats, but I don't know about issues. I love it that the community are saying thanks to Nick. That's awesome. Love that. I love how our community supports each other. That's just really awesome. When you all welcome each other in the Discord and so on, when people join, I think that's great. Nick was actually, Eddie, turn off the automated bot that's welcoming people. We'll do it ourselves. Our community is so awesome. We don't need something automated that isn't very personal, and it's so right. So it's awesome. So Ayush, thank you very much for thanking Nick. Cool. A sneak peek for Eddie's loyal viewers. I'll probably run a chat tomorrow. Awesome, Nick. Hopefully I can also come and join in for a little bit as well. I'd love to try and join as many chats as I can. Cool. Google isn't helping me much at all. Right, so I don't think anyone's talked about the book. So basically what we were saying, Jennifer, was having an organization called QA Wolf and then the username QA Wolf wasn't, like, I don't know, I just felt wrong and I couldn't explain it. And then Akshu came up. I might even have it still in my history on, I do, in the comments that I pull up onto the screen. And it's the same as having the author's name as the author of a book, but then also having the book name the same. It just kind of doesn't feel right, and I kind of agree. But this could be their website, so it's a bit different, which it probably is actually. So QA Wolf, I probably owe you an apology. It probably is your website. If we go app, is it, I don't know if it's their testing framework or if it's their actual website. I'm guessing it's kind of their website. But the other thing I would look at is really important to see if you want to contribute to projects is look at the closed PRs. And let me explain why. These are all be merged, great, right? The icon's purple. Here is a red one. And these are the ones you want to look at. You want to look at and see, was it closed in a nice way, or was it closed by the author, which is fine, but was it closed by the maintainer, but was it closed in a nice way? But the maintainer here is also the author and they've closed it, and that's also fine. Another thing you can do that you've all seen me show you 100 times, go to the insights, go to the community and have a look. There's no contributors file, so you could raise an issue if there isn't one already, and maybe suggest raise an issue for the pull request template. Therefore you can get your green squares. I should be writing this in the issue here. So let me say reviewing on a live stream. I'll put the link afterwards and I'll just say here are some of my suggestions. I should put some positives first though, shouldn't I? Great README, by the way. What do we say? Great README. What else do we like? There were a few things we liked about it. Great README. Really liked the table. What was it with like the pros and stuff? I can't remember now. I really like animated GIF was good. Oh, and this, is it a good fit for you? That was really good. I thought that was really good. Really like the table for that. Animated GIF is awesome. It's epic. Okay, so some of my suggestions. What were some of our suggestions? Eddie, this is behind your head. You've got a big head. Some of our suggestions was animated GIF to have a progress bar. Animated GIF to have a progress bar, so we could see the progress bar, so we can see the loop progress. What would be the word? See the loop position. I don't know the position. Maybe I don't know. Maybe reduce the topics. Maybe we said also increase, add a bit more to the repo's description. I think that was it. I mean, it's pretty good example. I did like this. Does it have? Oh yeah, and we did say in the insights we did say. See, I've forgotten already. Are people writing this in the chat? Eddie, the website link is still broken in the description. Let me just write this last thing. Contributors file. Add contributors file, and I can maybe put a link to that as well. I think that was it. And are they using GitHub Actions? They are. Awesome. Like that. Really like that. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to commit that. Let me just put a link to the live stream as well if they want to see it. Hopefully you've all submitted your projects as well. Reviewing on a live stream. By the way, great. Here are some of my suggestions. I'm going to close the issue to say we've reviewed it. Other people have reviewed it, which I think is awesome. Right. Let me get back to the chat. So what have we got? Have I busted some stuff? Let me see. Oh, the chat's been busy. Wow. Okay. Let's have a look. Community management is my jam. I love this kind of stuff. You're really good at it, Nick. It's awesome. We really appreciate it. Your views on GitHub CLI. I haven't used it that much, to be honest. GitHub CLI. I really haven't used it. What does everyone else think? I hear it's pretty good. I will be making a video on it shortly, so these are my list of things to do over the next few weeks. But I'm interested to know what everyone else thinks. Oh, Nick's already written. I love the GitHub CLI. Okay, now I think we need to take a look at it. That's quite impressive. Am I in the club? Send me the time. Jennifer, you are in the club. Jennifer, you're a mod. You are in the club. The time will be 6 p.m. GMT. Every last Saturday, and then there'll be some impromptu ones, so do check it out. Jennifer, add yourself the role community chat so you can get notified in the Discord when we just do an impromptu, hey, let's go live for an hour, and not live, let's go Discord audio for an hour and chat. But I think it worked out really well yesterday. GitHub CLI is epic, awesome, so lots of people are liking it. Okay, interesting. They put a link in the description. It looks like a website. Yeah, I've closed that now, but if I go back here, it's just below the description, I think. Oh, I've opened the wrong repo. Eddie, not very good. Here we go. Second time lucky, right? The link is under the description, and I think it is for the website, which then would make sense. I do like the website as well. It's pretty cool. They've got nice video embedded. Pretty cool. I do like this character as well. Very, very nice. We should maybe get a mascot for Eddie Hub community. I've got too many things to do at the moment, but that could be an idea. And then it said, smash that like button. Thank you all. Let's have a look. Eddie, the website link in the description is broken. What, on our stuff, in support, have I busted something else? We don't actually have a website link here, Eddie, that's not very good. We do have a new URL, it's eddiehub.org. And it reroutes to that. So there is a DNS update change that was happening today. So we could do We could do, yeah, http eddyhub.org. Save changes. There we go, and hopefully that should work. Yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. If there's something else for ViViV, let me know. Cool, everyone's chatting in the chat. I'm going to kind of let you all chat together, which is what I love. Yudkash, hopefully I pronounced your name right. You're half an hour late. Yeah, only half an hour, don't worry. 25 minutes, you're not that late. We have a mascot, a chibi. We do have a mascot, we do have the chibi. I'm happy to continue using that. Maybe I could change what's on the t-shirt in the chibi. So if I go quickly to, we won't get too sidetracked, I do want to review projects. But if we go to the branding repo, and then we look at the chibi, which is like the old version of me when I had hair and stuff. I could, I suppose, change maybe what's on the t-shirt. That's like an old startup project. Well, I still got it, and I still eventually want to reboot it, but at the moment it's on hold. But maybe we could do that, or something different, I don't know. We'd have a think. Right, let's review the next project. Eddie, stop getting distracted. If I refresh this, QA Wolf should disappear, and we go on to the next one. So who have we got next? Next we have, what we're reviewing, open source project, to-do list. Okay. And people have given some suggestions of what I really like. So by submitting your project, you don't only get me to have a look at it, you don't only get a shout out on my YouTube channel, but also you get other people to review it as well. So to-do list. What are your first impressions? Okay, so last commit 7 days ago, but still, pretty active. Or you can see it wasn't from a pull request. That's really cool, and we can see it's from our community. So it's great that our community is contributing to other people's projects. I love that so much for so many reasons, because everyone's learning. The person who's sending the pull request is learning something. The person who is receiving the pull request, and the maintainer is going to be learning something. And we're reviewing it here, so we're all going to be learning something. I think it's epic. Let's have a look. Nick, submit your portfolio. Yeah, do it. I should probably submit my website for all of you to review it. I'll be going live soon. Let's have a look. Apollo, I don't know where yours is. Go check the list. You can filter the list of items, and you can see kind of where it is. I'm starting from the oldest and working to the newest. So let's see, it's got topics, 3 rows of topics. I don't know, I don't think that's too bad. It's approaching my favorite limit. Add a task, task 1, enter, task 2, enter. Right, so you can say it's done, crosses it out, and you can delete it. I really like that. It's got different modes. That looks cool. Okay, so there's a link to that, really easy. Is there a screenshot? See, there's no screenshot. So this does look nice, don't get me wrong, but I was probably more for a personal, when you're customizing your GitHub profile personally, it's all the way down here, website demo. So I think an animated GIF and like one really good screenshot. So this screenshot here that's got one crossed out, one not crossed out, should be probably first. I mean, that's my thoughts. What about you? I'm not sure. I don't like this capital CSS and capital JS, and then assets is lowercase. I prefer to be more consistent. And then contributing and contributors, are they going to have the same information in it? They're going to, they do look a bit different. Okay, fair enough. I thought I might have the same thing. Let me just so let's start writing some things in here. So let's have a look. Reviewing with the community on a live stream, and then the app looks great. Here are some suggestions. And feel free to add in a comment as well to this and give your thoughts too. So what did we say? So I think one of the things, CSS and JS files and JS should probably be lowercase. What else do you see? It's got a link, it's got description. Oh yeah, we talked about have an image of the project, screenshot from the app higher up in the README. Considering, that's terrible. Consider having an animated GIF. Okay. Looks good. If the web page is hosted here. References, how to start the project, how to run it. Is there any? There's no kind of quick start guide, so I think a quick start guide is needed. I'm really struggling today. Add a quick start guide, I think would be useful. What do you all think? Let me see. Oh, Nick, you're not a mod on my on YouTube. Let me just add that. Nick, you should now be a moderator on YouTube as well. Nick is everywhere. Yeah, I know. Nick, I don't think Nick sleeps. It's all that coffee that Nick drinks. Kind of gives him the energy to do lots more. Screenshots are inaccessible, by the way. Eddie, your portfolio site needs a revamp. Oh my God, it so does. Yeah, I'm working on it. I am. Let me see. If I miss stuff in the chat, please copy and paste it in and let me see. Notice me. Cool. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm not going to go through the code, but what do you think? Everyone else kind of watching, maybe have a source directory rather than have it in the root. I don't know, maybe it's a personal preference. Yeah, there's no package.json, so there's no need for an action. What else? If we go to the insights, what do we see? Community. And you can raise issues for these. So although I'm listing it down here, probably behind my head, go this way? Yeah, I'll go this way. So although I'm listing these things, raise issues for them. You get your green square for today and put a comment in and give your own suggestions as well. So I think there's lots of ticks there which look really good. Code of conduct, licensing, and so forth. So let's move on to the next one. Let's try and get through a few more today. What do you think? Okay. Thank you. Done. Awesome. That looks good. And if I refresh this, that last one, 104, disappears off the bottom. So our list is getting shorter. Cool. We have 32 to do. We're not going to get them all done today, but we're going to work through them together. And a lot of them have been reviewed by, as you can see, look, this one's got like 16 comments, 2, 7, 7, 3. People are reviewing each other's work, which is a great way to learn. I love reviewing other people's projects because I get so many ideas myself. And oh, that table's a really good idea. Or what was the last thing someone did? I think in a couple of live streams ago, someone explained how and why they gave their repo the name that they did. And I thought it was just epic. It was brilliant to get a bit of backstory. You can really relate to the project. Shubham, awesome to have you here. Thanks for saying hey in the chat. Any list of things to do is quite overwhelming. Yeah, every time I do one or two things, like 10 or 20 things get added. It's crazy. But I'm slowly catching up. I'm getting rid of client work and I'm spending more time with all of you and geeking out. And I'm thinking we have got a Team Eddie channel, and I'm thinking maybe I can share my screen while I'm working during the day. People can come and just chat and say hey and to see what I'm working on. Probably going through GitHub notifications, what I usually do. Awesome. Okay. Kustrup, I can't pronounce your name, but awesome to have you here. Apologies, I pronounced your name really badly. I think we jump into a Discord chat, audio chat, and you'd let me know how to pronounce it. Well, let's have a look. Items we reviewed in a live stream. Okay, they haven't put any links in. Do you have any links to be reviewed? I've just pasted that in, so well done, Eddie. But so Alan, another mod, was right. Do you have any links to be reviewed? But I just copied and pasted in my answer to say I'll review it soon, but I didn't check the actual description. But what we can do is we can review their profile. Let's have a look. So they have got a profile and they've got a link to their website. Okay, cool. I love reviewing people's profiles. I love tweaking mine. Oh, the link doesn't work. We've got an issue there straight away. So who wants to raise that? I do think on this repo that someone should raise an issue to say the link doesn't work. So let me put this in. Reviewing on a live. This is how you can add value to people's projects by just seeing what works and what doesn't, raise them as issues, as suggestions. And if the maintainers say, oh, I love the idea, then you can raise pull requests and make those changes yourself. Because if you raise that as an issue saying this link doesn't work, then Mohit in the reply to the issue and say, oh yeah, this is the link. And you go, brilliant, I can update it. And then you can raise a pull request, and you'll get a green square from raising the issue, you'll get another green square for doing the commit, you get another green square for raising the pull request, so you get lots of green squares. Which, like I said, the green squares aren't the most important thing, but it is the first impression people get when they go to your profile. So reviewing on live stream, let me just copy the YouTube link. Some suggestions. What have we got? What are our suggestions? Suggestion was link doesn't work. Website link does not work in the README. But I wonder if there's a link down here that works. Okay, this is kind of weird. But, okay, that link kind of works, but that one doesn't. Well, I don't know where they did go. That's HTTPS codingvalley.ml, and this is HTTP codingvalley.ml. So, okay, neither of them kind of work. But someone can raise an issue. Is someone going to raise that? Let me see in the chat. Eddie, what's the link to the Discord? We can do ! If I do it in the chat. It should be in the description of the YouTube channel, but I can also put it here. If I do that, Nightbot should reply with the link. Or you can actually now go discord.eddiehub.org and it should redirect. It does, awesome. So let me copy that, Discord. And this is Nick's idea as well, which has been great, make everything so much easier. So yeah, you can use that invite link or the one I've just put in the chat as well. Someone else probably replied with a link as well. I'm very bad at... we should update that with a new link. Yeah, I've got to start using the github.eddiehub.org and all those new links a lot more. Really, really should. Okay, so what else have we got? Everyone watching, don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. I really appreciate it. I see lots of actions and fun going on in the Discord as well, so I'm not going to look at the Discord chat now. I'm having trouble dealing enough with the YouTube chat as well. Okay, so we've mentioned the link. It doesn't work. I think that's important. Hopefully someone's raised the issue. Get those green squares for today. And if multiple people raise it, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry. One could just get closed. So what else have we got? Connect with me. I do like that. Different YouTube channel as well. Let's have a look. I do like seeing other people's social channels. Streamed 6 days ago. Okay, it's active. That's really good. Let's have. Notice I didn't look at how many subscribers they have. I want to see kind of how active they are and what topics they do. Okay, awesome. Pin repos again. Do pin your repos that you're most proud of, or you want to grow more and then people can discover more so you can get more stars on those projects. I will do a video on how to get like your first 100 stars or something on your project. It is on a list. Where is it? I have it on a list somewhere here. Here's a post-it note. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't read it, but it does say like how to get your first 100 stars. So I do have a video planned to do that soon. But yeah, otherwise it looks good as a profile. I think it's probably just that doesn't work. Those links, I didn't test all of them, but I'm guessing they all work, and that's pretty good. But yeah, I just think the website link lets it down. Otherwise, it looks great. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. I can say your profile looks good. Some suggestions. There we go, I'll close that. But feel free to give your own suggestions as well. Okay, what have we got next? Review my GitHub profile. Oh, some more GitHub profiles, liking that. I should have copied the Eddie, that was very silly. I should just copy the template so I can reuse it. Okay, I'm not going to find that, I'll type it again. Let's review the profile, let's have a look. Some people have already started reviewing it, which is awesome, really like that. Reviewing on a live stream. Let's have a look. I must remember to copy that next time. So when you do something lots of times, you kind of find but easier ways to do it. Let's have a look. What do we get? So again, I really like the profile picture that it just makes it like kind of more human, like you can kind of relate to the person. So I really do like it when you can see clearly who it is, like it's not somebody far in the distance. I just feel that when you're communicating with someone on GitHub or Discord and they've got a profile picture, I just feel like I know them more and I relate to them more. I think people are more patient then and aren't such idiots, because it's like, and then if you feel like they're far away from you and you don't know them, and some people can be a bit short and so forth. Let's have a look. So Like this, Google DSC ML lead. Looks good. About me, nice. I think these boxes take up too much space. I would put them side by side rather than above each other. How to reach me, like that. Not sure about this animated thing. It kind of looks a bit blurred on my screen. How does it look for you? Oh, it is blurred. Maybe it's meant to happen. I don't like that because it feels like it's broken rather than it's meant to do that. I'm guessing it's meant to do that, but it just feels like it's broken. Pin repos, pretty good activity. Looks good. I think you got some really busy days, like 90 contributions in a single day. That's not impressive. I think that's actually bad. So if you could spread that out, I think it will look better. But it looks good. A few organizations, which is nice. NVIDIA, cool. MLH Fellowship, our community might recognize this one too. But yeah, this is really good. Twitter account, and part of the MLH Fellowship. What do you think? I haven't checked all the links actually. Does this link somewhere? Links to the image. I don't like that. I would probably remove the link on that. It's just a suggestion. So looks great. Some suggestions. So the suggestions probably is DSC lead. Maybe explain what that is, and there were some other abbreviations as well. Did I see Google Summer of Code? And maybe I made that up. You don't need a GitHub link there because we're kind of already on GitHub. It's not a suggestion. It's not a big deal. It does look pretty good. What do you think? Oh, let me see the chat. I've been a bit slow in the chat. Let's have a look. What have we got? What have I missed? How about someone open source a discussion? Someone open source a discussion? I'm just obsessed with open source. I see open and I add source at the end. How about someone opens a discussion and makes a copyable video description template? Video description template. Does Eddie only view website projects? I know if it's open source, I will review it. I'm not looking at the code of the project. I'm looking at the open sourceness of the project. So that's what I'm looking for, unless you're implying something else. There's already an issue raised on the repo broken link and readme. Okay, awesome. Glad that was raised. Yep, VivIV's right. I view all projects. Aditya, have I pronounced that right? I'm always late. Me too. Actually, live streaming and working with the community and collaborating with them has actually made me a lot better, which is really, really good because people kind of remind me, hey, don't forget you got this in like an hour. I'm like, oh yes, must tweet it, must get used to it. I really, really love collaborating with all of you because it just holds me more accountable. I feel I get a lot more done. And you point out so many things I don't even realize, which is great. Let's have a look. Animations are cool but not accessible, and that's true. Yeah, that's very true. Actually, let's add that in. I'm gonna steal that one, Nick. Sorry. Let's have a look. Animation looks good but not accessible, and also kind of looks like it is broken? Question mark. I don't know, just my personal opinion on that. GitHub badge. Is it a link to here? It is a link to where we are. Okay, which is kind of not needed. GitHub badge in custom profile not needed as already on your GitHub profile page. I think that's about it really. Love the organizations as well. Email looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it's good. We'll move on to the next one. Oh, and the link in the badge, I'll let that go. It's not the end of the world. I think most people do that because when they get the badge generated, it's already got a link around it. How do we get the pro tag? There are a couple of ways. Pro tag is, I think if you have a paid account, is that correct? I don't know if anyone wants to validate in the chat. I think I have a pro badge on mine. Yeah, I do. I think that's because I pay for it. If I hover it, does it say? No, hovering it doesn't do anything. I've only answered 23 discussions. I thought I did more than that. Oh yeah, make the marquee run on dark mode. Oh yeah, the marquee might look a bit weird. It could. Dark mode's really hard to read on the live stream, but if I do that and then go back to here, it's going to be in dark mode. Yeah, it might have transparent background. It does, so it kind of works. Ankush, did I review your profile? Did you submit your profile? Is the question. I've done this one, closed it. Let's move on to the next one. Ankush, where is yours? Go check out the list where it is. I can share a link in the chat. Let me know where it is. Filter by. It should be filtered already, but you probably, I guess, submitted it more recently, so you're going to get there slowly. Cool profile. Let's have a look. Profile badges are terrible in my opinion because they're never accurate, and if you increment the number with a page refresh, I'd remove it. Yeah, true. That's true. I love badges or shields. I do like those, but yeah, the numbers can get out of date or cannot be great and so forth. It's not stealing. My feedback is open source. Love that. Thanks. let me put that on the screen. That's really funny. Where is it? Yeah. That was funny. Slow app. What's slow app? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, Nick says yes. I feel like I'm missing out now. What am I missing out on? Slow app. Let me know what it is. Or slowly app. Not slow app. I can't read. You get it from paying for it or a student pack. Got you. I get it for free as a GitHub star, but I paid for it anyway, which is kind of really stupid of me. I forgot to stop my subscription, and because I get it free as a GitHub star, and then it renewed, and so it's done. Let's have a look. GitHub Education is recognizing only a few departments' emails. College, what should I do to get my email recognized? Available to GitHub Education. Oh, I don't know. You might want to contact GitHub Education directly themselves and ask them. I'm sure you're not the first person to have that issue. They must have an answer to that. Answer does not equal comment. It looks worse in dark mode. Yeah, I just thought I'd have more. True, I guess it's people who've selected mine as an answer, maybe that's probably what it is. Oh, you're saying yes to one of Eddie's comment, okay. Never heard of Slowly app. Yeah, we need the YouTube chat to be threaded, right? You know how on Discord you can kind of hit reply and you kind of see which one people are replying to. It makes it so much better. Okay, let's review the next one. What we got next? Review my open source project. Some comments already in there. Nice. Lots of comments in this one. Okay, let's have a look. What have we got? It's a Python project. I've had lots of, I think, HTML, JavaScript, TypeScript projects. We've got a Python one. Okay. First impressions, 21st of December. It's like a month ago or just over. So it's pretty recent. That's pretty cool. We've got home heating and security control. Okay. Sounds good. Explains what it does. Topics, licenses, issues. It's only got one tag, which is fine. It's got one release. It's quite recent. It's not a problem. I'd like to see that number grow over time. Let's have a look. Got 30 likes on the video. Thanks, everyone. Keep giving a thumbs up. Really helps support the channel. What else? Okay. Then some pictures. Okay. Awesome. With a Raspberry Pi. See, I would put probably one of those pictures right at the top. That's just a personal opinion. I mean, that looks pretty awesome. Digital display. I'd even make an animated GIF over it, kind of maybe so you can have like a placeholder for like one image, and it. Oh, I've still got the comment up. Let me remove that. And it kind of rotates through. What do you think? I really like that. It's really good. It also talks about how to get started. Pretty cool. One branch, okay, main, that's fine. Issues, maybe use labels a bit more potentially. So look, pull requests. No pull requests have been used, so that's probably a good suggestion to get started. Reviewing on a live stream. What do you all think about the project? I should put the link in. I should have copied and pasted this. Anyone else doing IoT stuff? This looks like an IoT project. Looks good. Some suggestions. So use pull requests to encourage others to contribute. What else? Issues to have labels. Issues to have labels. To make it easier for the community to join in. What else? If we go to the secret tab under Insights, very secret, community. Most of it's done. The last two are rarely done. I think a lot of our projects, we don't have issue templates and progress, and that's fine. That's not a problem. Actions are not used. I don't know if there's anything that can be used on actions. There's no contributors here yet. That's probably why it's not listed. Maybe have one image at the top of the repo. Animated GIF going through a few images, or a demo would be great. What else? What else do you think? I mean, that's pretty good. There's no. I guess this is the quick start guide. Maybe it needs to label it as a quick start guide. Label command example commands as a quick start guide section. I think it looks pretty good. Let me see the chat. See what all of you think. Let's have a look. They're not properly threaded, you're right, on Discord, but I don't know, on Slack, having that extra thing on the side, I actually prefer the way Discord does it at the moment. How to add badges on GitHub? Niha, great question. There is a website called shields.io, I think it is. And then here you can go to certain sections. You can even make your own ones if you want. But if you pick one sort of from like a licensing one, this is quite small and make it a bit bigger. You can then pick the badges that you want, and then you can customize it further. So you put label, message, and color. And this is the way you do it, and it gives examples. So if you wanted different things, it's pretty cool. The website probably could do with some work itself, better user experience, but the shields are just awesome. So I highly recommend having a look at this. There's so many different ones: build, coverage, have loads of examples, but you can customize your own. I mean, even activity, last modified today. I mean, that's pretty cool, just to kind of stand out straight away, and people can see how active the project is. But do have a look at that. What else have we got? Akshu says IoT is awesome. It is, but I find I can spend so much time on it, so I try to stay away from it at the moment, because otherwise my time just gets consumed by it. Among Others. I'm not sure what Among Others is. Is that a game? Is that Among Us? I'm not sure. How would I make Eddie review an app? Is it open source? If the app's open source and you can share a GitHub link, then share it. Nick, IoT scares me. I don't know, a little bit of IoT stuff, usually breaking things. I don't need someone to hack my coffee maker. I saw a YouTube video once where someone was really impressed. They got Alexa to open their front door, so they got a special kind of latch where it was electronic, and so they said, Alexa, open my front door. So if they're in the kitchen and someone rings the bell, and they can look out the window and see who it is, they can say, Alexa, open my front door, and open my front door. But then someone else says, really, that's a good idea, goes outside, closes the front door, goes to their kitchen window and yells, open the front door! The front door opens, and I thought that was hilarious. Well, obviously Alexa, open the front door. Don't want to say it too loud, otherwise my Alexa will start answering. It won't open the front door, I don't do that. But let's have a look. Also, why would people make several branches? Good question. Can someone explain this to me? Yeah, good question. I'm pretty sure people have probably answered it in the chat, but let's go through it anyway. So if we go to, let me commit this so we don't lose that. Not commit it. Yeah, submit it, not commit it. So if you want to make a change, it's always recommended to do it in a branch. We've got 4 branches. These are probably be deleted. But the reason why it's important to have branches, I think 5 months ago, yeah, these definitely, they've all been merged. Let's delete these. But the reason why it's important to have branches is because it's almost like a fork. So when you want to make changes to someone's project, you make a fork of it. So you get a copy of the project so you can then make changes and submit it back. Please always do your changes in a fork repo in a branch, not in the default branch. And I'll explain why in a second. So a branch is kind of like a fork, but in the actual repository itself, because I'm a maintainer on this project, for example, and I can make changes directly to the default branch, although I might have locked it down that I actually can't. So in settings, if you go to manage access, I think my password is 1234, perfect. You can see the branches might be locked. Where is it? Branches, here we go. Main, so the main should be locked. Oh, don't edit that, I want to edit this. Here we go, so all pull requests require reviews, and it says, can you exclude, where is it? I think it should be for everybody is the way I've done it. Okay, let me get back to, I'm getting off track here, but you can protect branches. And the idea is that if you make a change, to go via a pull request, you should go via a branch. And you can have multiple commits in a branch. So you might do one commit because you've got something working, you're happy with it, you're happy with that save point, you do the next commit. And then once you're happy with 2, 3, 4 commits, it could be just one as well, then you can raise a pull request. And you can only do that from branch to branch, or from a fork to the main repo. And the reason why I say we're in your fork, never commit to the default branch, is because you could get conflicts. You're most likely to have conflicts on your next contribution, because you pull down the changes into the default branch, and then you if you've changed the history, then you're going to get conflicts. So what you want to do is be not in the default branch on the fork, and make changes in there, and then push it up to the upstream repo. And then to get those changes back into your fork, you would fetch those and merge them into the default branch. Do not merge although you've got access to merge your branch in your fork to the default branch, don't do that, because if commits get squashed in the upstream repo, then you're going to have all these weird conflicts. You're going to say, why am I conflicting with myself? And it's because the history would have been different and changed. Right, let's get back to the chat. I'm sure someone has already done some, answered some stuff. Let's have a look. I'll have to skip some of the messages that I think are people chatting between each other. So if I miss yours, do copy and paste it again. I apologise. Oh yes, and Aditya also says, it's so even your own repo, you might have multiple features going on, and that way you don't kind of conflict with each other, because some branches you might not bring back into the default branch. It might be a spike, you might be experimenting with something, so it's really important to do that, but you might want to keep it for future reference. So yeah, branches are really useful. Do all your changes in branches. When you're happy with it, then bring it back in, because if you by mistake do changes to the default branch and then you break it and you can't fix it, you've broken it for everybody else who might pull down those changes. Whereas when it's in a branch, people know it's not quite ready. Everyone watching, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. So yes, I love it when other people answer things in the chat. So if someone asks a question and I'm answering it, still give an answer, your own opinion. You'll give your different perspective, and it's really useful. And you'll stand out, and other people will recognize your name. If it's the same as your name on LinkedIn and Twitter and Discord, then they'll recognize it and think, oh, that person gave a great answer before. Let's chat more. Grow your network. Multiple branches allows for separate features, fixes to go on at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Apollo, just practice with it. It is kind of weird. I do have a GitHub video coming out hopefully this week, where I'm going to go through all the tabs and links on GitHub. I don't think I covered sponsors, which is a bit silly of me, but I kind of went through all these tabs and talked about them and all the rest. Actually, I might have missed this branch tab as well, but I talked about milestones, labels, issues and actions and all the rest, and project boards. So yeah, if I don't answer some questions in there, put comments in and we can hopefully do them in a future video. But do just play. I think GitHub has got so many features and there's new ones coming out all the time, that the best way to figure it out is just to play further and more and more with it. Let's have a look. Files organized in different folders. Kalstub, I hope I pronounced it right. Files organized in different folders. I'm not sure what you mean by that question. What are the common conventions for branches? Oh, great question, Apollo. There are some standards. So if we go to, oh my God, the name of the Git flow, that's the one. Git flow. So there is this convention, and I don't think you should follow it maybe to in so much detail, because it can overcomplicate it for smaller projects. You don't need to do everything, but you can be selective. So the idea is you've got your default branch, which this is a bit old because now it's no longer master, it's main. And that's where you create your tags from, and then usually you have your develop branch. So when you want to deploy something, you go from your develop branch to your default branch, which is main now, and then you would create a tag and deploy that. And then also you would have release branches, feature branches, and hotfix branches. You probably don't need all of those. It's something you can keep a lot simpler, but the idea is still the same. Like a simple version of this is really good. You might not even need a develop branch. You could bring everything into your default branch, and then you can create a tag or deploy directly from there. You know, each project's slightly different, but it's definitely good to have a rough idea on this and see how this works. I hope that makes a bit of sense. That's a really good question. You linked to Shields, but Nightbot deleted it. I think people can just go to shields.io and find it. But thank you very much, Viv. You can always do a discussion on GitHub. I don't know if you can still share a GitHub link in the chat here. I'm not sure. But it'd be good for people to share the badges that they're using or have created. It'd be quite interesting to see. Maybe that's an idea. Oh, Nick's taking care of it. Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Oh, Nick has created access for 60 seconds. I forgot we could do that. Love that. You have 60 seconds, use it wisely. Your poor server has been, where was it? It's been quiet recently. I did see that, but the chat's kind of moved up. And you did say my password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I make it a bit harder. I don't make it that easy for everyone. I've lost my place in the chat. Among Us stream is when? Isn't that a game, Among Us? I'm going to do a Battle Snake stream. I want us to all game on a Battle Snake where we have to code our own snakes and let's see who wins. I can't wait to do that. We should maybe do that next week. And yeah, it will be great because you can use any language you want. I know some people here use Python, some use TypeScript, some use Java, JavaScript, whatever it is. You can just create your snake in any language and we can have a battle and see who wins. Love that idea. So yes. I'm not too much into the game Among Us. Battle snakes, coding and gaming, and collaborating, awesome. As long as you will help me with my snake so I win, then that's fine, because I'm just not sure what I would do to my snake. Just make it avoid the edges, chase after the apples, and try not hit anyone else on the board. At the moment, my snake just goes randomly around the place and kills itself. Does Alexa know who Eddie is? Don't know. Let me see, I've missed some of the chat. Oh yeah, Nick said my poor server's been quiet recently. Everyone go over to Nick's server and go say hey there and have some more activity over there. Did say suspect instead of sus on the live stream. Why is suspect not the right word? Let's have a look. Open source forever. Oh, Nick's doing an Among Us game. I'll watch that. I don't think I'll play. I don't know how the game works. I'll be useless. But I will watch that. Nick can do Among Us and I can do Battle Snakes. I should return on require status checks too. I do. I don't know if there's any status checks for the support repo. I think it's just more like statistics and stuff. Let's have a look. Branches. And it'll probably turn on anyway, it's not a problem. Let's have a look. What status checks do we have? Automated invite, we don't need that stale, we don't need statistics, we don't need welcome, we don't need, that's the only reason, we don't actually have anything building, I don't think, so it's probably not required at the moment on that. Oh, Nick says if you do commit to your default branch, there is Nick has notes on how to fix that. Yeah, you can. There's various things you can do. There's different ways you can do it. Git's so powerful, you can do it in different ways. But if someone's done a way and it's documented, go have a look at that. He told his password. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not. I promise you. And you're wondering where my microphone is. I busted my mic. So that's why I'm not using this mic today. I kind of broke it, my poor short SM7B, so I'm using a lav mic today. Hopefully the audio is okay. Let me catch up on this chat. Chat's really busy today. Tom, no dark theme, because it doesn't come through on the live stream very well. That's why. If I do, if I put it in dark mode, people said they can't really see it in videos. So in videos and live streams, I don't use dark mode anymore. Oh, Nick answered that already. I need to get better at catching up with the chat. Awesome. Yeah, no Alan. It's quiet with no Alan here. I did see another question somewhere. I've kind of missed it. Does anyone use Git Kraken? I think I used it when it first came out, like 8 years ago, and I haven't used it since. No worries, Nick. You need to get that other coffee. Go get that other coffee and we'll see you in a minute. Eddie, your list is scarily growing. I know. Stack Overflow. Or something, or overflow list, definitely. I need multiple lists now. Oh, you dislike the dark mode? It takes me a while to get used to the dark mode. I think I'm so used to the light mode. I'm so used to it. Battle Snake stream done. What's the chess stream about? I'm not doing a chess stream, but I will do a Battle Snake stream. I've done a video on it. Have you all built your Battle Snakes? Can we? I don't want to do a stream and then there's no Battle Snakes. There are template repos on their site that you can get and create, deploy those, and then I think by default it just moves randomly. So we could have a couple of games where all our snakes just move randomly, and then we can see who wins, which would be quite funny, and then we can code our snakes a lot better. Exploit Eddie's overflow. Alan's here. Awesome to have you here, Alan. Okay, I'm going to have to skip some of the chat, otherwise we're not going to review many more repos. We've been going for like an hour and 10 minutes already. Okay, Nick's going to set one up this weekend. Cool. Battlesnake 86 ASM. Does Nick have a YouTube channel? Not yet. We'll encourage Nick to do a YouTube channel though. Oh, you do have one, but don't use it. Okay, we need to encourage you to use it. I think people are streaming more on Twitch among us. I think it's doing better on there. Alex, I was into open source that I forgot about the stream. That's perfectly fine. If you're into open source, we'll let you off. But you can open source and join the live stream at the same time. The light scares me. I've not even started with Battle Snakes. Do have a look. I mean, it's epic. Do you want to see my Battle Snake? It is. I go to repositories. It should be here. Let's have a look. I'm supposed to be reviewing people's projects. I got distracted. Battle Snake, starter snake node TS. Here's my Battle Snake. I think it is in Codespaces. Yes, let me open it up in Codespaces. So this is my snake, and it basically just moves randomly. Oh, you started building your Battle Snake with 100 Days of Code Challenge. That's awesome, Tom. That's great. You're definitely going to be joining our game, and you'll probably beat me, but it'll be part of the fun, and I can kind of, steal some of your ideas of what to do with my snake. So yes, this is my snake at the moment. If I make it bigger, all it does is moves randomly. So it's not very good at the moment. Haley, thanks for reviewing my heating in system. Martin, awesome to have you here. I really like it. IoT, you were saying, is really awesome. So it's great to see a lot of the IoT stuff. It's not just web apps, it's great to see some of that Raspberry Pi and all those sorts of things. So looking forward to seeing how that evolves. Thanks for sharing it. How long till Codespaces approve you? Aditya, how is your open source? I might be able to get you to jump the queue. If you've got an active GitHub profile, like what's your GitHub username? Let me have a look, and let me just check it out. I might be able to get you to jump the queue. I am a GitHub star now, so I have access to certain systems and people, so I might be able to get you access. Can't promise, but can definitely try. There's my YouTube channel. Nick, have I subscribed to your YouTube channel? Let's check. Oh, it opens up on the wrong tab, on the wrong window, on the wrong screen. Let's have a look. I haven't. So 1 subscriber, I will be your 2nd subscriber, Nick. There you go. Awesome. Never heard of Codespaces. It's basically VS Code in the browser, and you can do whatever you want. Have I busted this? So yeah, and you get you can have Node, or you can, you get whole Docker environments. You can have Mongo, you can have other things running. It's awesome, and you can then view what's running. So if I do an npm start here, it should start running on port 3000, but it won't be publicly available. So actually, I'm using ngrok to make the port publicly available. And then I can get the rattlesnakes to read the API, and I can get it to play with the snake. But you don't want to see my snake play at the moment. It's random. It just kind of goes and crashes into itself, either after like 2 moves. Sometimes it's got to 5 moves. But we need to be smarter and look at the data and so forth. Let's have a look. How can we add our snakes to it? So create your snake, and then what will happen is once you create your snake, we can go to battle snakes. One of the battle snakes team wants to join me on a live stream, so they can answer all your questions. But what you do, if I sign in, my password is 1234 again. Awesome. And then you go to play a game, and then what you do is you choose the game size. Let me make the screen a bit bigger. You choose the game, so the grid size, and then you add your snake to it, and then it plays. So what you would do is you tell me your snake name, and I would search for it, whatever it is, and then add it to the game, and then we can battle. If you've got your snake available now, tell me the name, and we can have a quick battle, just one for fun. Yeah, but we'll do a dedicated stream for it. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your GitHub. Let's see if we can get you into code spaces. Is it active? It's more active recently. Okay, I will try. I was hoping for a bit more activeness. You kind of seem to have a break for a few months there. But we can see what we can do. But you're part of our organisation. That counts for something, so we'll see what we can do. We can see if we can get you access to code spaces and see. Because you get like 3, I think by doing code spaces you get free 2 or 3 new, I get 2, so therefore you can just delete one and then open new one. So any project, Python or whatever it is, it just works all within the browser. It's pretty cool. And then if you use dot files, if you have a repo in your account called dot files, then it configures everything. So for me, you can see all my extensions that I wanted are already installed for me. It sets it up with all my SSH keys, and it just does it all for me because yeah, it just sets up using the dot files, which is awesome. GitHub stars hacks. Yeah. See what we can do. Okay. Ankush, awesome to have you here. Alex, 3rd sub, nice. See if you can improve yours too. I'm going to forget all these. You're going to have to raise them as issues. Raise them as issues. Oops. Raise them as issues, or I won't be able to remember all of these. Let's have a look. But I'll only do it for people who contribute and help other people in the community. That's what we need. Yours is pretty active. It's pretty good. Come and help some more people in our community, and we'll see what we can do. Search Nick, if one of Eddie's videos popped up. Really? Okay, I don't know why that is. I'm not sure. Life of a star. No, life of someone active in the community. I want all of you to one day become GitHub stars, especially for the ones who help other people. I think that's what makes you stand out. Open source helps you stand out, but helping other people helps you stand out more because then other people recommend you and so forth. So it's really important. Cannot tag your name because of all the Greek Russian characters. Oh yeah. I think it's Russian. I think it's Cyrillic. Yeah. I do a cheat. I copy and paste the first 4 letters and then delete the 4th one, and then YouTube auto-completes the rest for me. Someone else taught me that hack. I stole that from someone else. I only came active after I watched your open source video. Awesome, it's great to hear. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you take a look at code spaces for me? Again, I'm going to forget all these, so we're going to have to do some issues or something like that. Yeah, so not so active, but that's interesting how you got that up there. How did you get all that up there? Did you put that in the description? That kind of looks quite interesting, although it makes the other one look quite big. Yeah. What's considered good contributions on your profile? Anything that adds value, I think, is considered a good contribution. So when people first go to your profile, so if I just, be selfish. Let me close code spaces and pick mine, for example, right? Therefore, I can say bad things about mine. So GitHub squares don't actually mean anything. They don't add value, but it's the first impression. So if someone came to my profile, they'll see, a fair amount of greenish. And they'll be like, okay, let's dig deeper. And the next thing they'll see, they'll look at this. Okay, so this person might be a maintainer because they review projects as well as commits. They raise issues. I don't raise that much pull requests. You kind of want it fairly even. But when they dig deeper and see what you're up to, I think that's where it's valuable. So hopefully that's the question that you're asking, Jim. So what's considered? Let me bring that up on the screen so people who are just joining can see what question we're talking about. So I think anything that adds value, when I'm hiring someone and I'm looking at their GitHub profile, I'm not looking at their latest code, and that's not the number one priority. I will look at it, but that's more of a lower priority. I'm looking at how people collaborate with other people and how they add value to a project. So if someone documents something's broken in one of my repos, that's adding value. I appreciate that. But are they adding value in a really collaborative and are they communicating it well? So an issue might be, so if we just fake an issue, for example. Now let's go to I don't know, one of my repos. Actually, we can go to this repo here. Let me just fake an issue, and I'll give you an example. So link in README does not work. I know I did this for someone's repo, so don't judge me on this. And I hit submit. There is only one README in this project, so it will make sense where it is. But what link is it? What they're talking about? This is not. It's not helping the maintainer or other people in the team understand what's going on. Whereas if there was a screenshot and if it said something like the link is but should be, and with the screenshot and so forth, then it makes it a lot easier for people to understand what's going on, and the maintainer or someone else in the team could just immediately write, yes, you're right, please make that change, or I'll make that change soon, or whatever it is, right? There's no back and forth, or which link are you talking about? Did you mean this one? Well, what should it be? Just wasting time and energy, like context switching back and forth. So you need to give the pull request or the issue, whatever you're doing, or even the reply to someone's issue or pull request or inline comment, you need to give as much context that when someone comes to that item, whatever it is, on GitHub, they don't have to come back to it later, right? They can just get on and do with it. They read it and go, right, that makes sense. I agree, I disagree. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's give it a label. Let's tag it, or I'll make the change now, whatever it is. Whereas people sometimes say to me, hey, why do my issues and my pull requests get left behind and you do them later? It's because I have to keep context switching to come back to it, and I can't fit it in between calls, between other work that I'm doing. Whereas if I can go to an issue or go to a pull request, immediately go, yes, accept, or can you make this change? Then I'll accept it next, whatever it is. It's just like done and dusted. I can get it off my plate and out the way. Whereas things that just have 30 conversations back and forth. I mean, sometimes you do have that, and that's important. But usually when it's trying to get, an expression we use is like blood out of a stone. You're trying to say, well, which link is broken? And okay, it's broken. Where should it go? And it's just too distracting. So I think that's more important, is what I look for on people's profiles. Hope that helps, Jim. Let me know. Anyone else? Let me know what you look for in other people's projects and profiles. I think that's really important. Alex, Bulgaria. Yes, Alex, did we meet at HackConf 2 years ago in Sofia, Bulgaria? I'm really looking forward to when that conference comes back. I really enjoyed that. It was great, and everyone in Bulgaria was so friendly. I stayed for a few extra days and really enjoyed that. I've got quite a few videos from that event. I think I ended up like 10 videos on my YouTube channel from that event. It was really, really good. Lots of discussions with great people, and then like a highlights video just going around, running around the event and chatting to people. It was quite good fun. Eddie Hub VS Code theme. Alan, that's such a good idea. I don't know what it would contain. Like, what would it be? There's so many good themes out there, though. But it'd be quite interesting if we could do some, or a plugin. Could we do a plugin that? Now you got me thinking. What could we do? Could we do a plugin that maybe links to our Discord channel somehow? So if someone's in VS Code and they're stuck, they don't have to leave. They can say help. And maybe it sends a link to the, I don't know. You've all got better ideas than me. Let me know what you think. Let's have a look. Um, do you use GitHub milestones? Tom, good question. I used to use it more. I used to try and set myself weekly or monthly goals and use it more, but now I use more project boards. So if I go to, why did I click on that? I can go straight to project boards. Oh, not in this project. If I go to project boards and I pick one, I use these more than milestones. So I have a to do, I have in progress, and then done. And I can add more columns if I need. And I just kind of drag things over. And when I'm going to work on them, or if I want to add more information, or I want the community to potentially write commits to write a comment, then I'll convert it to an issue, so therefore other people can comment on it. But until then, while it's just an idea, I'm just kind of leaving it as a note. But I could have another column that's before that, just kind of an ideas column, and then bring that into my to-do. Therefore, I suppose these things won't be so far down. I think I've completed blog, flightless dev already. That might be done. New website. That's been around for ages. Like, when did I create that, Eddie? That was created 9th of September. And I think that's because I didn't do it for like a whole year. So I am working on it. New website coming soon. Definitely. But yeah, I use milestones less now, I think. But it depends on the project. Each project is slightly different. So it really depends. But thanks for the question. I didn't bring it up on the screen. Sorry, let me give you a shout out for asking that awesome question. I've lost it. Do you use milestones? Here we go. We're going for like almost an hour and a half, everyone. I'm enjoying geeking out with you though. I'm gonna have to go and work out in the gym shortly. I could always put my headphones in, jump in an audio Discord like chat, and I could hear you chat, and I could talk a bit as well if you have any questions for me, but I could be out of breath if I'm on the running machine or something. I'm not running, I usually just jog, or walk fast, like up a hill. So I might be a bit out of breath, but I'm happy to do that sometimes. That gives us having more geek out and call time, and you don't have to write in the chat, you could just talk in the audio. Some ideas like that we could do as well. Awesome. Joined the gym today. Nice. We'll try to go early in the morning tomorrow. Awesome. I do gym after my live streams, and yeah, it's good fun. It's good. Let's have a look. Oh, you're part of the hack team. Awesome. So when is the next event? When is the next HackConf? I guess it's not going to be this year. Probably another year until that happens. You're running from place to place. You weren't in any of my videos. Might have caught you on one of my videos or photos. Stay tuned for 2021. Oh, there's something happening this year. Okay, awesome. Jim, another good question. What's a good way to manage multiple repos? I maintain 30 different repos and find managing issues can be cumbersome at times. I like that question, and I'd be interested to know other people's thoughts in the community as well. So if I bring this up on the screen, everyone, do share your thoughts on this. So I manage a lot of repos as well, and so I understand your challenge. I think it's easier if you manage them in a similar sort of way, so you have the same labels across those repos, or at least the same core labels. You might have certain custom ones for those repos, but I would try and have that. I would try and have the same commit style. Conventional changelog is a really good one, and you can generate changelog from those repos. Try and automate as much as possible as well. Use GitHub Actions for, even if some projects don't have automated tests, but at least try to have it build the code as well, like run the link command, just make it easier. I get so many GitHub notifications. I think after the gym today, after the live stream, I'm going to go work out in the gym, and after that I'm going to go and be on my laptop, let our bunny rabbit out, run around the room, and I want to catch up with GitHub notifications because I'm really behind in mine. I think I'm about 10 days behind at the moment, so I'm slowly catching up. But yeah, just try and add moderators, I think, add maintainers. That's really helped us having, we got so many awesome mods in our community. Some of them are maintainers for our projects as well, different projects and so forth. And that really helps. So when I go through my GitHub notifications, most of the time things are taken care of. Pull requests have been reviewed, they've been merged. And for some projects, people can still review them even if not maintainers on the projects. All of you watching, another great way to add value is review other open source projects, and you can say approve and so on. It won't give it that green tick if you're not a maintainer on that project, but it will show the maintainer, other people in the community that you've given it kind of your stamp of approval. But do put a comment, do ask questions. I think that's really, really important. Let's have a look. What else have I missed in the chat? Hopefully other people have added some suggestions as well to that question. It'd be really great to get everyone's feedback. Is this a project review? Yeah, it was. I kind of got a bit sidetracked talking to questions. So I was reviewing projects. Where did we get to? So we'll do a couple more before we call it a day. So we looked at CodeSpaces. Let's code CodeSpaces. And we reviewed this IoT project as well. And I put in a comment for that. So I've got two left for this page. So maybe I should review these last two projects and then I can get down to a single page of projects that I need to review. So let's have a look. Here are 4 projects. I'm not going to review all 4. Raise an issue for each project. This makes it so much easier because I don't have to do like 4 projects in one go. I can reply to each issue with the relevant projects. So we're going to pick one and we'll have a look. What have we got? This is the first game written in Smalltalk. We've also got Clippy. I don't want to get sued by Microsoft. Okay. Jennifer says I have a pet rabbit. I do. We adopted her when she was like 4 years old, so she doesn't like us very much. I'll share some pictures on socials or in Discord. You can see she's quite grumpy, but she's funny. She's cute. Let me see. Excel games, Sudoku, and algebra game as well. Okay, interesting. Right, we can take the first one. I'm not going to review the code, but we can take the first one. Let's just take the first project. Hopefully it goes to a repo. It does. Okay, let's have a look. I want all your opinions on this as well. And while you're looking at this, let me catch up with the chat as well. Nick's so honest. Not at the moment. It's not a review. We're getting back to it. Some of you distract me. Some of you get me back on track. But at the end of the day, we're all learning at the same time. We all have fun. So I think we always have such great discussions, and I love that. I really enjoy that. But yeah, Jim, hopefully that answers your question. I think I've removed it off the screen now. Yes. A milestone is a collection of issues. So you can just kind of collect issues and give it a due date as well. So my impressions on this repo. There's one branch, that's fine. There's no tags. I think it needs a tag. So let me write a response. Reviewing your, let's put a link to it, atomic project in the live stream, and do give your thoughts in the chat. Do put a comment to the issue. Remember, it's all about adding value. Let's have a look. Some of my suggestions, I would suggest using tags, create release, even if it is a beta release. There we go. What else do you think? Let's have a look. Got this game. There's no packages. There's no link. Is the game deployed anywhere? Can we play it deployed? To open the GitHub page link, click here. So it is. Oh, that's an image. You can't play it as such. Okay. Maybe is there a deployed version? Is there a deployed version? Question mark. Add deployed link or website link actually, or website link to the repo. Yeah, it's always good to have a link under the repo. There's no topics. Maybe add some topics. Maybe some repo topics with the description. What else have we got? Getting started. It's got the versions under getting started. I'd probably have that separate. I don't know about what you will think as well. Installing, download with GitHub as expected. Otherwise, use iceberg download package and image. Running the game, open the playground and run. How do you open the playground? So I think there's a few assumptions around there. I'm going to put that in and say, how do I open the playground? Make quick start more focused. Also, how do I open the playground to run the command? Could the game have an animated could, let's start again, and it's behind my head, let me move out of the way. An animated GIF could really help show the gameplay in the README. Okay, what do you all think? Let's have a look. Let me catch up on chat while you're all reviewing this yourself as well. And we do raise some issues. Get the green squares as well. No code of conduct, so I would suggest also someone will raise an issue on that as well. I will make a note here myself. Add a code of conduct. I'll put a link into that as well. What do you all think? What's a milestone? I answered that. Leverage to GitHub notifications and help keep track of things. I think people are answering it. That's awesome. Constant open source motivation. Yeah. Cool. I've used GitHub Actions and keep labels synced throughout. Oh, nice. That's cool to sync labels. Oh, we could do with that actually on our organization. So if we go to our organization, that's a really good idea. How do you sync labels between, is there a GitHub action you can use? Because we've got these projects and we've got different labels on each. What we could do is on our template repo, which I can't see somewhere, where is it? Template repo, we could create labels, we got labels, and then have those sync across all projects. That could be really nice. Again, have that consistency. I really like that. Oh, that's great. So here's why I love hanging out with you all and having these conversations, because you know, we all get ideas and we all get to learn from each other. I love that. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. What did I miss? Extension to help channel from VS Code. Yeah, it could possibly be something like that. It could be quite good. Show us the pet. It's in a different room and she'll eat all my cables. And you know, I have a lot of cables here. So, and I haven't tied them up. I've got a time lapse coming out of when I put my office back together. So you'll see how many cables. I had so many cables that I had to drill a hole in my desk. And you'll see that in time lapse, me going, trying to drill holes with a jigsaw and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we will see those. A game in small talk, gotta check that out. Nice, do check that out. Well, I missed some chat, I think. Eddie's Rabbit does GitHub. Yeah, I do. My Rabbit does have a GitHub account that I just use for testing stuff out. Very well noticed. Yeah, our bunny is spoilt. She goes out in the garden. She's got like 3 houses. She's got her own room, her outside house, her outside run. She's got access to grass. She's spoilt and all sorts of things. So she lives a very comfortable life. Nitesh, can I make a video in the life of a GitHub star? Yeah, what sort of things would you like to see? Raise an issue on our support repo and we can do that. What would you like to see? Like a day in the life of what I do, or... Yeah, just let me know what thoughts you have. I'm more than happy to do that. I do want to show more and more behind the scenes. I'm speaking with a client this week, the one that's going to let me record some of the calls behind the scenes. So hopefully I can share more about that. So I'll keep you posted. That sounds good though. Wherever I'm so bad in the chat. How do I review an open source project? Well, to review an open source project, let me submit this. I'm going to close that now. I think that's some of my ideas. Go to if I close this, close that, we're down to one last repo on page 2. But if I send you the link in the chat, someone might have beaten me to it already. But then you can go have a look at page 1 and 2 and put some comments in. Look, some of these have got 11, 12 comments that have been about other people in the community, which I think is epic. So you can add your own project, but if you review someone else's, again, it's another way to network, another way for people to realize who you are and how you can add value. Imagine going for a job interview and you've contributed value to their company's project or the person who's interviewing project. So if you're getting an interview, or you can find out who the hiring manager is, go find out what open source projects they like, that they contribute to, then go add value to those projects. And therefore when they see your CV on their desk, or they interview you, they'll recognize your name. That's why it's really important to have the same name across social platforms. They're going to say, wow, this person's awesome. They've already added value to my project. So don't just do it the day before. You've got to do it before, like a long time before. You've got to think ahead. And don't just do it for the interview or because you want to get a job. Do it little and often, like brushing your teeth, little and often. I won't go into massive details of that now. You all know what I mean by that. But my point is, they're going to dig deeper, right? If they see you contribute value to their project or their profile or one of the company's projects, they're going to dig deeper into your profile. And it's important for them when they dig deeper, to go, oh, they add value to this project. Right, they've helped that person. They communicate really well, and that's really important. I'm doing really badly communicating well today. I think I need a drink from my awesome GitHub water, and I need to go have a break soon, I think. Get some coffee. Awesome, okay. Let's have a look. Trying to wonder what Nicholas doesn't have. Yeah, exactly. Nick does everything, but I think it's great. I think it's really, really good. NASDAQ graph. Was that a NASDAQ graph? Oh, I don't know where that was. I must have missed that. Oh, a vlog, basically. Okay. Yeah, what I do in a day, just wall up my green screen with my chair. Hopefully nothing fell down and broke. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I think it'd be quite good. If people will like that. Day in the life of a GitHub star or open source developer, something like that. Yeah, raising issues, I don't forget, and then just put some topics and ideas of what you would like to see. I can do a bit in the morning, my morning routine. I get up and check Discord. I don't check DMs. I check public conversations. DMs are last when I get time. Then kind of I try to do a bit of GitHub notifications, and then I check emails, and then have breakfast, and then kind of those sorts of things. So yes, that's a good idea. I'm happy for the bun. I cry inside when I see rabbits live in cages all the time. I know, it's really sad, especially when the cages are like so small. Yeah, my project is next. Oh, it is your project. You came at the right time. Let's do this one and then we'll call it a day. Time for me to, work out after this. So let's have a look. Browser fingerprint and tracking demo. Have people written, warning, clicking on the link, on the demo link may log some of your private information on my server. Okay. You got some comments from the community. I think that's awesome. Got a lot of comments. This is great. Nice. I like this. Great to see the community collaborate. And I think that's just awesome. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, first impressions. What does everyone think? First impressions. My first impressions are some good and some bad. So the good is 5 minutes ago was a commit, so it's really active, really good. Less good is there are no tags. You haven't created a release yet. Even if it's like a 0.1 beta release, do create that release. And it's really easy to do it. I mean, I can't do it on yours, but you click here and you have a green button at the right. You can just, I can show you one of mine. I haven't got a release either, I can't complain, but I shouldn't complain. But create a new release, do this, you choose which branch, you give it a name like V0.1, give it like a full name, like initial release, and then just hit create. I think it just looks so much healthier. We should do that for our projects. Eddie, you should take your own advice. So that's one of the negatives. One of the positives is though, your description's really good. I really like that. You've got a link to it, which is great. Got a few topics again, which is really good. License, great. You've got contributors, loving that. Really, really good. You've got a demo. So I would suggest putting the warning above the demo because you said you tracked some people's information and you've probably got it down here. Attention, I'm not collecting any private information. See, I would probably put that higher up because you might annoy people if they read that afterwards and go, oh, why didn't you say before? I think that will probably be better. What information is used? I mean, it's nothing private, right? IP, some information about the person's computer, time zones. It's fine. It's not private, but I would make that more obvious. I don't know what everyone else thinks in the chat. Use a VPN. Your information won't be visible publicly, but I can detect if you're using one. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. I'll just This is quite an interesting question. How to get Google and Facebook from stop tracking us? You can't. One, stop using Facebook. I still use Facebook a little bit, so I shouldn't really, again, complain. But I've stopped using WhatsApp because of the shit they're pulling there. To-dos are pretty good. But I would probably log these to-dos. These are done, boring, done. I would probably log these as issues. It looks like you haven't been using the issues. Yep, 0, 0. So I would use the issues more. It will encourage other people to contribute to maybe do some of the issues as well, make improvements and stuff like that. And I'll probably use the pull request, even if it is yourself. I would still use those. I don't know if you can. You've got a package JSON file, and you've probably got some scripts. So you've got a start and you've got a test. Okay, you haven't got a build or a run or anything like that. See if you've got a lint. If you could add a lint to it, then you could add that to a GitHub action. I think that'd be quite useful. Maybe use the project board to organize things. And if I go to the community tab, you haven't got a code of conduct. I would definitely have a code of conduct. And some of the others are quite useful as well. What does everyone else think? So you've got, is this actually a screenshot from is it like a stock photo, or is it actually a photo of a screen? It looks a bit like a stock photo. I'm not sure. But it's quite arty how you've taken, it's not a screenshot, it's kind of got the depth to it. I quite like that. Very interested to know. I should be writing some of these down, shouldn't I? Eddie, you're terrible. Reviewing on a live stream, link to live stream. And then I forgot half the things I said. Some suggestions. What did I say? Do any of you remember? We said use releases tags. Link, description, all that is really good. Like that. We said use issues, didn't we, as well? Use issues to track to-dos. To-dos, not... and not have them at the bottom of the README. The warning, we suggest moving that up as well. Suggest moving the warning to the top before the demo link. I think that was it, right? That's all we suggested. Let me read the chat and see what other people are suggesting as well. Let's have a look. GitHub channel goes brr. Why would we not love vlogs? Definitely would. Okay, cool. How about you reviewing your old pull requests? What, for me, reviewing my old pull requests? Oh, that's quite scary. My old pull requests are pretty terrible. GDPR compliant. I thought GDPR compliant was a Europe thing. Is that in the US as well, Nick? I'm guessing GDPR compliant, you have to get their acceptance and you have to delete the data after a certain amount of time or something. I can't remember. You have to opt in. Hey, it's safe to click the demo. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Other people click demo. I already doxed myself a few times this week and last. Trying to figure out what his password is 1234. 5.5. I don't mind people knowing my IP. It's not so bad. We already know Eddie's IP, 000, exactly. If you could all test my new website on 127.0.0.0, that would be great. For your advice, I went to the Deloitte Digital Asia Pacific page. The org exists and is open source, but inactive since 2019. Oh, that's a shame that it's inactive. Then maybe they're not accepting contributions on those projects. But you could try and reactivate one of their projects. You never know. They might not have time to do it. You could raise an issue and ask and say, hey, I want to contribute. Are these projects not active anymore? And see if someone replies. If they say it is, but we haven't got time, maybe you can add value from that. Like I love hearing stories where people say, oh, I contributed to this project for, I don't know, a year in my spare time. And then they were so happy that they wanted to reactivate the project officially. and they say, hey, can we hire you to keep doing what you're doing? So it's great to hear those stories. Got you. Okay, so it is EU only. Okay. It's going to be fun when the UK leave the EU and then people just start collecting our data and spamming us again. Oh, okay, it doesn't log anything to your server. And you probably have that in the README, but I didn't read it very well. Okay. Right, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. I think it's time for me to get a drink, go to the gym, and get out from under this chair. And let me just save this. I think there's some of my suggestions. Use issues. I think that's pretty good. But thank you very much for sharing your repo. I think that's awesome. Now close that. So now if I refresh this, we are down. Oh, we've got a second page still because, I won't review it now, because I'm guessing someone has just submitted their project for review. 10 minutes ago, yeah, they have. Awesome. So we will get to those in a future live stream. Let me know if you are enjoying the live stream, give it a thumbs up, and we will try to do this every Monday. I am coming out with a schedule. So my idea is every Monday do an open source review live stream. Hopefully get you some more green squares. And Wednesday I will release a video. Might be Thursday, depending on how it goes. But Wednesday is the idea of releasing a video. And then Friday I will do a live stream with a guest. I'm doing a GitHub Star series at the moment. So we do have another GitHub Star for this week. Actually, I haven't confirmed, so I need to go check up on them. Make sure they can do it. If not, I'll schedule someone else in. And then Sunday we have our sponsors call once a week, which is private. And then we also once a month have our Discord community call as well. Cool. Alan, I'll test it for you. We will sleep now too. Oh, it must be late for some people. Yeah, some people are in the west of the UK, so you're kind of like IST time zone sort of thing. An issue coming your way. Awesome, Alex. Cool. Yes, raise issues for your projects to get reviewed. Also, raise issues of videos you would like to see, and I'll add it to my list. And I need to get better at logging them, not just on Post-it, but also on GitHub issues on my project board, because I do have that on my project board. Everyone, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell button to get notified every time we go live. And we've got some awesome, exciting things going on in our Discord at the moment as well. I just wrote Discord rather than Eddie. Oh, didn't mean to write that. No, Eddie. Spell your name right. There we go. Follow me on GitHub if you want as well. But I do have some project boards where I will be doing the videos that I'm doing. But I've got a bit behind in these, so I need to get better at doing these as well. Awesome. Let me know how else I can help you. We'll chat in Discord and we'll raise issues as well. Really keen to see if I can help you all any way I can. Get you access to code spaces if that helps. And if you contribute to the community, I'm more than happy to help out as much as possible. Interesting question today. I think it was ViViV or Apollo said, can we add Eddie Hub community to our LinkedIn profile? Absolutely. I want to see how I can help more with that. So my idea is I'm going to try and write a paragraph, maybe that all of you could use about what the community is about, and you can tweak it and customize it accordingly as well if you want, but it gives you like a starting point. Maybe if I create a community profile on LinkedIn so you could link to that, does that help? Again, keep these suggestions coming back. Let me know your thoughts, and we could do something like that. Maybe I could do something like that quite easily, and it helps get started and we can see where we go from there. So let me know. Also, let me catch up a little bit on the chat, and then I'm going to leave you all in peace so you don't have to keep listening to my terrible accent and me mumbling all the time. Let's have a look. Blog post for GitHub Action, when? Yes, I did a video on that. I've actually written the blog post, but I think it's still in DevTO. I still think it's in draft. I've been really bad at my blog posts. How do I find my draft blog posts? It was GitHub Actions you were asking for, wasn't it? GitHub Actions. Have I posted it? Is this live? I think it's live. That's not a full blog post. I thought I wrote a full blog post. This is draft. What are GitHub Actions? Build a custom actions with JavaScript. Got a video on it and actually written a blog post. It is in draft. Eddie, why don't I just read through it one last time and post it? Thank you. This is why it's awesome to geek out with the community. It says here, unpublished. I've never got around to doing it, but I've done all the hard work and not done it, which is just terrible of me. So again, I think I should share my screen more and in Discord, and then during the day, everyone keep nudging me and say, Eddie, have you done this yet? Have you done this yet? And just get things done is awesome. Post it soon. I will. I will definitely post it soon. I should get onto that. Well, there goes a free GitHub account shout out. It's true, right? They didn't even have a profile picture. I don't think it's a serious GitHub account. They didn't even have a profile picture. Mercy, good night. Thank you so much for joining. Awesome to have you here. Thanks for staying up late. You're welcome for the stream. Thank you all for joining. This is awesome. Yeah, let us stalk you more. No, you're not stalking me. You're supporting me, and hopefully I support you all in return. So, everyone, thank you again so much, and look forward to geeking out with you soon. Big shout out to everyone in the community. Big shout out to all of you for being here, getting involved in the conversation, helping other people, answering their questions in the chat, in Discord, on GitHub, reviewing their profiles. And a massive shout out to my mods who really help me out and help the community moving forward, allowing us to grow. And a big shout out to my sponsors who also help grow the community as well, giving me funds to invest back into the community. And some of my sponsors and my mods are the same, which is a double shout out to them because they're epic. So they not only help out with their time, they also help out with their money as well. So thank you so much. Look forward to geeking out with you all soon. I will see you in Discord between videos and live streams. Yeah, have a great Monday wherever you are in the world, and we'll chat to you soon. Catch you all soon, everyone. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Bye. Oh wait, most of you are probably gone, which is fine, but I've just seen Nitesh says they fixed a typo in my portfolio repo. Thank you so much for doing that. I missed that in the chat. I really appreciate it. I love people when people fix typos because I don't want typos in my project. So if you fix them, I welcome those. So thank you everyone for doing those as well. Okay, we'll see you all in Discord by this time for sure-ish.